So there's a good chance that most of you have seen the flock cameras that are being put up around the country and uh, especially in the big cities. And a lot of people have been complaining about these flock cameras because, of course, they are a tool of mass surveillance. And there was this situation in Colorado where a police officer told a woman that he was certain that she committed theft because the flock cameras tracked her truck, and looks like he was wrong, and the flock cameras tracked down the wrong person.
We have cameras everywhere in that town. You can't get a breath of fresh air in or out without us knowing.
Chrisana Elzer learned the power of flock firsthand.
You were in town from 11:52 until 12:09 exactly. Like I said, nothing gets in or out of the town without us knowing.
When a Colorado police officer showed up at her door holding flock snapshots of her truck.
And here's when you left at 12:09. That's when you left town.
To get?
No, to stop at Ridge Trail.
Wait a minute.
And take a package. Well, there's no shushing. I don't need to be.
I need to know where this is.
The first thing he pulled out on the body cam is that flock picture, the clear photograph of your car.
But here's your vehicle in the neighborhood many, many times.
So they're saying that these flock cameras are to track criminals and stuff. And it would be nice, like the cameras would be very useful and helpful if they were tracking the criminals and stopping these horrible crimes. Well, they're not doing that. They are tracking down the wrong people. And in this situation, he pulled out pictures of her truck and knew what time, basically saying like what time she was out. And it's very scary, if I'm being honest, about how like he uh basically like said like you were out from this time to this time, had pictures of a truck from the flock cameras, and like it's worse than just tracking people's trucks. This is just outright surveillance. And this incident is just one person that was wrongly accused of theft. This could actually be multiple incidents that could happen because of these flock cameras. And I'm gonna play the rest of this about one more minute.
Apparently casing houses, because you just can't drive through for work or visit other businesses. You can only be casing houses.
It is her. It is 100%. It is locked in. There is zero doubt. I wouldn't have come here unless I was 100% sure. 100%. It is certain. It is on video. You're obviously welcome to go to court.
Chrisana was charged with stealing a package, but it wasn't her. The porch pirate was somebody else.
Multiple times you tried to show him your video evidence. He didn't want to see it.
No, even when I called him back,
So they're basically using the flock camera footage and wrongly accused her of stealing a package. And when she tried to show them that it was not her, of course, they didn't want that evidence. They wanted to use the flock cameras that are uh, surveillance that track down the wrong people. And looks like they charged her.
said, that's not my job.
You looked at a time of a crime. You saw my vehicle entering in the flock.
No, what I did was, I did an investigation.
You called my wife a liar. You said this is fact.
I have video evidence. I don't know what you want me to say.
The charges were dropped after Chrisana spent weeks trying to get the police chief to look at her evidence. Time-stamped video from her truck and a neighbor's doorbell camera showing she wasn't at the scene of the crime.
What does it say about where we are that you feel you have to have more cameras than the police have in order to make sure you can prove yourself innocent?
It sounds like it flipped the script to you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent.
Without a flock camera, that detective would not have been at her door. By his own admission, he pulled out the flock picture of her car. Do you want to apologize to Chrisana Elzer for what happened to her?
For the police misusing the tools? I don't think that I have to
He wasn't
apologize
charged
for
with a
him.
crime. He wasn't. I mean, other than
Well,
being
that's
reprimanded for his attitude.
sure. No, but I would tell you that, like, should I apologize for somebody misusing a tool? I don't think so.
Flock Safety Chief Communications Officer Josh Thomas. Who's watching the watchers in these cases?
Well, the city council, the city owns the data, so city council would have the appropriate responsibility in that case. Our point of view has always been that it is not Flock's job to police the way police do their work.
Well, the police are not just using the flock cameras to wrongly accuse people of theft when they didn't steal something. They also are using these flock cameras to track down. They use 83,000 flock cameras nationwide to track down a woman that got an abortion. And like they're this is a short clip from the Free Press, the Zionist Free Press, that is somehow trying to tell you that these flock cameras are not mass surveillance, and that unless you're a kidnapper or a thief, you shouldn't worry about this mass surveillance, even though a woman was uh, almost charged for something that she didn't do because of a flock camera.
Do you ever feel like you're being watched? That's the panic behind a new fear sweeping across America. People are freaked out about surveillance. From our employers, our nanny cams, and our phones watching our every move. And right now, this anxiety is being taken out with electric saws and cans of spray paint on tools used by law enforcement to keep us all safe. The target? Flock safety cameras. In upstate New York, someone cut down a flock safety camera with an electric saw. In Oakland, California, another was covered in paint. And in Idaho, someone rammed one with their truck. And in good old Florida, a man just sits in his lawn chair with a cardboard held up for the lens. Since January, roughly 23 cities have canceled their contracts or shut off their flock camera over Fourth Amendment concerns. There's even an open source intelligence website, DFlock, that's finding these cameras so people know exactly where to vandalize them. Here's what's actually under attack. In 2025 alone, the system helped locate 10,000 missing people, about 27 people a day, or about one every hour. Over 40% of agencies said Flock helped recover over half of the stolen vehicles in their jurisdiction. In Indiana, an infant abducted at a shopping center was found in under 2 hours. In Ohio, a missing girl was located in under 30 minutes. And this is the tool that people are treating like the enemy. It is fair to have concerns about how companies use and track our data, but that's not what these cameras are for. To be blunt,
The cameras are also being put outside of a gun store. So for the people that thought that these would never go after their Second Amendment rights, well, they're wrong too, because looks like uh, the mass surveillance is now trying to go after gun rights. And it seems like not enough people on the left are concerned about these flock cameras and how they're being used to quickly usher in mass surveillance, just like they are doing in the UK. And that's not too far from the United States. And neither is the mass surveillance that is being done and quickly being brought into the United States.